Do you live here in Texas and your home suffered some damage from the storms last week? Are you planning to buy a home in Texas, but now you're worried about the homes that are being built? Well, if you're thinking about that, and if you're that homeowner, I am here to give you my professional advice on what to do. So stick around. Hey everyone, this is Danae Hewitt, your go-to DFW realtor with Brico Realty Services. Here in Texas last week, we had a major storm that caused a lot of damage to homes here, and it was a tough week. It was a really tough week for a lot of residents. And if you are one of those residents that had damage to your home, I just want to tell you that my heart really goes out to you. If you're wondering what happened with my home, is there something wrong with my home, or you're planning to buy a home here and you're wondering about the homes and how they're built, let me just give you a little backstory and a little information on our homes and the weather that we receive. According to weather.gov, the temperature at DFW on February 16th was -2 degrees. It was cold. The last time the temperatures dipped below zero was in December 1990, 20 years ago. And the time before that, it was -2 degrees in 1949. So suffice it to say, we do not experience these low temperatures on a regular basis, which means our homes aren't built to support those temperatures. What I mean by that is the plumbing pipes that are built in our homes, they aren't insulated as they are in other parts of the country that receive this type of weather. And also those pipes are built on the exterior walls of the homes, which normally isn't a problem because you've got power in your home and your heater is going to keep those pipes nice and insulated. Well, last week, what homeowners were facing are these pipes that aren't as insulated. They're on the exterior walls. We had these below freezing temperatures and people were losing power on top of it. It was unfortunately just a perfect storm to cause pipes to freeze, roofs to cave in, and flooding to happen in a lot of people's homes. It doesn't mean that the homes here in Texas are built poorly. It's just an unfortunate event, and we're just not used to that here. Our homes are just not used to that here. But there are some things that you can do as you are getting your home fixed, and what you should do when you plan to sell your home, how you should tell a buyer what happened to your home during this storm. If you haven't done so already, take pictures. Take pictures of the damage and take pictures of the entire repair process as you move forward. Save those pictures to the desktop on your computer, save it to your Google Drive, but just have access to those pictures. Also, call your insurance company. This is why we have homeowners insurance. Call them, have a claims adjuster come out so they can assess the damage and so that they can start the claims process. Your insurance company should then give you funds to hire contractors and have that work done for you. Once that work is done, get receipts for it. Get receipts that are detailed in the scope of work that was done. It should outline everything that was done in terms of the repairs. And you also want to make sure that the receipt shows that it was paid in full so that there isn't the potential of a mechanic's lien being put on your property for work being done that wasn't paid for. What's so important about these receipts is that when you go to sell your home down the line, a couple of years from now, you've got that proof, you've got that documentation that this work was done on your home. My advice to you as you're trying to get contractors to your home is to call as many people as you can and to go on as many waiting lists as you can. As you can imagine, they are booked solid, so get on as many waiting lists as you can, and one of them should get to you as soon as possible. If you plan to sell your home in the next year, the next couple of years, this is going to have to be disclosed to potential buyers of your home. Don't be fearful of that. Don't worry, your home's value hasn't suddenly gone down because a pipe burst in your home. That is the furthest thing from the truth. But here in Texas, we have to provide a seller's disclosure, which talks about everything to the best of your knowledge that has happened to this home. On there, in a couple of sections, you do have to write yes or no that you have filed an insurance claim for any damages, or if you've received any proceeds from your insurance company for damages that the home did sustain. And you have to be truthful with that. You never want the buyer to find out that you did file an insurance claim and you didn't get your home repaired with that money. That is just opening you up for a lot of liability. And don't even have those conversations. Just disclose, disclose, disclose. Be very truthful, be very honest, provide those receipts so that the buyer knows that you are being very transparent in everything that happened during this process. If you need any contractors' phone numbers, please let me know. I'd be happy to give you a couple of contractors that I have worked with. If you're thinking about moving here and you're still worried about the weather here in DFW, I recorded this video a couple of weeks ago that tells you typically what our weather is like in DFW. So check that out. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next week.